That is a hard song to stop listening to. Hello, chat. Good evening. Tonight, we will play games. Dreams and some Kirby. Hope everyone's doing all right. This is Calm Before the Storm from the Final Fantasy X soundtrack, which is not a soundtrack I'm that familiar with because I only played it that one time, but I know the soundtrack, some of it. I know Uematsu did a little bit of it. I keep, psyoping myself. Is it Uematsu or Uematsu? Type 1 for the first one, 2 for the second one. Why do I... This always happens, so I got it right. It's just, man, I just do this to myself sometimes, and I'm like... This is my favorite video game composer, and I don't even get his name right. So yes. Welcome to the stream. Another thing about Final Fantasy is that, to me, sounds like a Final Fantasy IX song. That Calm Before the Storm. And that is an Uematsu composition. Uematsu! Oh boy, I'm off to a great start tonight. But it does sound like something from Final Fantasy IX, down to the Mellotrons, and it's just so good. He's just, man, I could just listen to that kind of music forever. I did watch a video from, what channel? Something interesting I watched, chat, that I would recommend if you're a Square Enix fan. That is a very sobering look at the business side of Square Enix, and not always in the best of ways. In other words, it's kind of grim. Final Fantasy Union is the channel. It is an hour-and-a-half long video about the current state of Square Enix, going back to the late 90s. And it's really unfortunate because you can see how, just the quest for profit margins and growth ended up and hiring CEOs that are just fully money men kind of ended up screwing them, and they were one of the most influential, relevant companies in gaming for a while there. So yeah, it's just a shame, but it's a good video if you're interested in the history of a developer and a publisher. And I still like a lot of their stuff, but not all of it. Anyway, tonight I'm gonna play some stuff. I wanted to show you something. I wanted to go on a bit of a rant. I saw this picture today, and it reminded me of me driving on the BQE not that long ago, and some asshole flashing his brights at every car in front of him. Driving right up their ass, flashing brights, then going to the next car, flashing brights, next car, flashing brights. I mean, you couldn't help but get distracted by it. It's really it's not an okay thing to do because people are going to get into accidents just from getting slightly distracted by this. But also, people with the really, really bright LEDs, I don't know what the laws are about it. I get it. You want to customize your car. But it does get dangerous. Especially when you're driving in a spot like the BQE, which is the Brooklyn Queens Expressway, which is just a nightmare, and people drive fast. There's always a crash. There's almost always an accident, which then closes a lane, which makes people even more crazy. There's people racing, and then you have people with the brightest possible lights, and you can't help but see it. If you're looking in your rearview mirror or your side mirrors, it's blinding. So, chat, I'm just humbly asking you, as a driver who tries to stay alive, just not too bright. Please? Just if you can. People are just saying, no. Was the music intentional? It wasn't. It really wasn't, but people driving to Brooklyn like F-Zero. Yeah, gotta drive fast! Wait, I'm not Sonic. Falcon! Car accident! Almost as old as you, Vin. I've never drove a car in my life. Don't feel like I've missed out on anything. Hey, you know what? More power to you. I understand. You know, I've taken to public transport for a lot of my trips into Manhattan. They've expanded the ferry service a little bit to go to Brooklyn now, which is nice. Unfortunately, Staten Island is not a very public transport safe or convenient borough. So for me, having a car, that was just how I got to school. That's how I, got to work. It made life, not all of work, but some work. It would seem like a necessity, because otherwise a trip would take you an hour, to get from one side of Staten Island to the other. That could normally take 20 minutes, 25 minutes, or even more than an hour. So yeah, it's just, we're behind over here, and I've been driving less. And part of it is the congestion pricing, and another part of it is it's just not as... Sometimes it's nice to be able to just sit on a boat or a bus or even a train. It's not as bad as you think. I only got stabbed 10 times in the past year, and it was fine. But and just chill, listen to some music, or just say, you know what, for a minute, I'm just gonna relax, because all I'm doing is just riding a vehicle. And I'm not driving. And I'm a pretty okay driver, especially in Manhattan. I've learned how to drive in the city. I hate it sometimes, but I pretty much can drive anywhere in Manhattan. But, it still gets a little nerve-wracking when people flash their brights and shit. Anyway, the point I'm trying to make is, no, you haven't really missed much. If you can do a walkable kind of situation or public transport, go for it. But yeah, otherwise, some places, this is a big country, man. United States is huge. And getting from one side to another, especially when you have, not a great train infrastructure, it's hard to, get places otherwise. So, yeah. Well, anyway, welcome to the stream, everybody. We'll be driving a Kirby Star later, but for now, I have something really special. Also, just on a side note, I'm a little late today. I was uploading some stuff to the Redvox channel. Only 5 months late, but it's there. And I had a headache, man. Even last night while I was playing that skateboarding game, I was like, uh-oh. I got a headache. It's happening. Woke up. It was rough. So I'm fighting that off. It's almost done, but I'm feeling a lot better than this morning. But I'm here, and I might, stream for a couple hours. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. You really miss Miles, huh? I do. Love that guy.